Elena overheard Eli talking to one of his buddies, and he was referring to me, his nanny. She's crazy about peace. I was satisfied with that description.
Crazy for peace, because I'm crazy for peace.
She was kind of the embodiment or personification of commitment. She just shared herself all the time, articulately, because that was her soul.
I've been very much interested in promulgating the promise of peace and what it means, the active principle of peace, the active pursuit of cooperation and mutual understanding and acceptance as a way of life, as a philosophy for the human race.
The thing about Jeanie that I found most astonishing, I think, was the richness of her mind, the depth and colors and all the things she could incorporate in her thinking. And it wasn't just the depth and breadth of the knowledge she had, but it was her insatiable curiosity about the things she didn't know.
A condition of life in which each human being is given the opportunity to live out his or her potential without having to use any form of force, where no one is threatened and no one is threatening. It's cooperation from the cellular level up.
Jeannie's beautiful gift of unifying everybody with the vision and the broad picture was her great gift.
When there was a conflict going on in a meeting, she could listen respectfully to the various points of view, but then bring it up to a higher level and see the principle. And what she would say, people could give their assent to.
Yes.
And because she captured a principle higher than the conflicting parts below.
She was protecting Mother Nature. She was protecting the earth. She was protecting what made Laguna Beach, Laguna Beach.
What I was so impressed with was her dedication to education. And it was to educate her own children, her grandchildren, and children all over the world. So what happened was that the Community Learning Center was formed.
CLC gave me a great foundation, lay a great foundation for teaching nonviolence and mediation, and working out problems through nonviolent means.
CLC was formed. I joined the team as the second teacher, and I'm here with just all parents.
Beneficiaries.
Thank you, Jeanie.
Yeah, the beneficiary.
Our children. And I just remember her great consistency with being at every single advisory board meeting that you could possibly attend, and giving that great gift of her wisdom. She would bring us all back to the center by her vision.
I used to talk to my children about the world that I would have wanted them to grow up in, where no matter where they were, they could knock on any door and be received with love and generosity and water if they wanted it. That was the world that I wanted it so very much for my children and all children. taking part in protests and marches, and I still believe that a living, breathing human being standing on the sidewalk, holding a sign and passing out leaflets is far more effective than a really slick film or something like that. That it's the immediacy of a real flesh and blood human being putting their self there in the name of peace. That's the message. Mm-hmm.
She knew the word joy so deeply and shared it so beautifully. She could take such wonder in little things, and I believe that's what kept her with us so long. The hummingbird at the window, the smell of a rose. She was joy herself and gave joy to so many.
I know you all have memories of watching Jeanie appreciate the desert. That organic view of everything, the interconnectedness of everything, her understanding of how the Native Americans lived in the desert and which plants they used. One night we were all out looking at the stars. She just exploded at one moment and she said, "Oh my gosh," she said, "look at all that's up there, and it's made of exactly the same substances that we're made of, that the trees are made of, that the rocks are made of. We're all made out of the same elements."
I enjoy watching aerial photographs of the Amazon, the river, but also the endless forest. Of course, it is not endless. No, it is not. But there sure is a lot of it. It's a wonderful thing to see, how vibrant life continues to be on this planet.